Greetings, ladies and gentle people. We are no longer calling this Royameadow comms. So, welcome to Royameadow's commentary of Castle of Illusion, a Genesis classic that's actually getting an HD remake sooner or later this year. We don't know when it's getting released. But basically, the concept of this story, it's actually kind of pretty simplistic for a Disney title. I think this is actually Mickey Mouse's first title. Anywho, the Witch Miserable is pretty upset that she looks ugly, so she has stolen Minnie Mouse to steal Minnie's youth. And as a result, Mickey has to chase Miserable all the way to the... Come on, can't the screen go any faster? Castle of Illusion. Starring Mickey Mouse. Funny enough, the animation done in this game was not done by official Disney artists or animators. Heck, I think the original artist for DuckTales was like Keiji Inafune or somebody. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh wait, sprite artist was Keiji Inafune. But everything else was probably done by Disney for all we know. The music was obvious. But basically in this game, Mickey has to collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, sounds like an odd concept, right? But, no, this is actually true. Mickey has to collect 7 jewels, which look coincidentally like the Chaos Emeralds after Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And it kind of baffles me, mostly because, like, you wouldn't think that Chaos Emeralds would be in a Disney game, right? Then again, we're talking about the same company that has Kingdom Hearts as a series in their library, can I call it? Anywho, I actually don't know the names of all these places, but let's just call this the forest, or Mushroom Hill Zone, perhaps? That's what I get out of this. The trees remind me of Mushroom Hill Zone, the grass kind of reminds me of the graveyard from Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Genesis version, not the arcade version. And then we've also got mushrooms. Or, I might have already said that, but yeah. One thing I do like about this game, though, it's very mellow music. I mean, like, the only problem is, like, for, like, the final boss, when we actually have to fight Miserable, among other areas, and especially in the clock tower. Yes, there's a clock tower in this game. We'll get to that later. The music, again, because it's too mellow, this is actually kind of where it could kill the game if you like having music based on the environment of the area. Don't get me wrong, while Castle of Illusion does have a decent amount of levels and a decent set of areas for you to tread through, because there are too many happy areas and not too many dark areas in this game, as a result of this music type, it makes... Whoa! Yeah, I forgot you can actually do that. You can just skip the apple without having it chase you. But yeah, because of the very mellow music, there really isn't anything really getting done when it comes to, like, the very serious cutscenes, or yeah, any of the serious cutscenes or any of the serious levels. It's too happy to be scary. That's what I get out of this. If you're too happy in your own life, you can't be scary to people. It just doesn't work. By the way, for those of you who might have already noticed, I'm playing on the hard mode. What does the hard mode do? Aside from not giving you as many projectiles to be able to throw at enemies with the A or the C button, it also does add a bit of difficulty. You start off each level with 2 hits, which is actually kind of bad. I actually like this little gimmick here. Basically, when night falls, you have to fight you have to butt bounce on ghosts. Butt bouncing on ghosts? Where do I remember this from? Oh, that's right! Pac-Man World! Yeah, Pac-Man. Mickey did it first. I think Mickey Mouse has done a lot of things first. Heck, I'm the same guy that pointed out that Mickey Mouse looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. Or Sonic the Hedgehog looks like Mickey Mouse. Whatever any video game franchise character has done, Mickey has probably done it first. The only thing is that he can actually have a decent relationship with Minnie Mouse and not be married. I mean, how long has it been? Like, November 18, 1928 was the first time Mickey Mouse ever came out to the, like, the theaters. Like, public theaters, that is. Oh yeah, hardest boss in existence. If any of you have played Kirby, then, you know that the first boss is always a tree. Trust me, later Mickey Mouse in Illusion games will not feature that. But, yeah, let's see, it was 1928 when Mickey first came out to the public. Like, normal public with Steamboat Willie. It's 2013. Holy crap. Mickey Mouse turns 85 this year. Yeah, to be quite honest, had Epic Mickey 2 and Power of Illusion not come out at the time that they did, and had we not been getting an HD, well, a remastered version of Castle of Illusion this year, I don't know what would have happened with our black and peach colored friend. By the way, good thing to know about some of these bosses, if you still have projectiles at your disposal, you can actually make it much more bearable for yourself. Like, I'm sure that you might already notice this, but look at that. It looks like a Ducking Chaos Emerald. You cannot tell me that doesn't look like a Ducking Chaos Emerald. This game is actually very short. It actually took me about 40 minutes just to beat it. So, like, when you really know what you're doing, or if you're doing a tool-assisted speedrun, I don't expect you to have a problem with this game. Especially on the time restraints that... Oh, can I say time restraints? Time restraints if you're beating a record. But if you're just doing casual play or a casual long play of this game, no, you're making this game pretty pathetically easy for yourself. The Illusion games are not that long. Longest one, I think, is possibly Land or Legend of Illusion, but we'll get to those when we get to those. Nevertheless, what to say about the Toy Tower? One thing I will mention about this game. Most of the levels in World of Illusion, actually, most of the levels in any Illusion game, doesn't matter if it's Castle, Land, World, or Legend, or even Power for that matter. But every area has a reference to somewhere. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Alice in Wonderland have a Toy Tower section? I could have sworn it did. And also, this area looks completely badass in the remastered version. Basically what they did was they showed off a gameplay trailer featuring the entire, featuring just this segment of the level. And from what it looks like, it just looks so much more beautiful. You got I think there were teacups hanging around. Aside from that little clock thing that's moving right there were pinwheels flying in the air. It's little details such as that attract me to the game. You see, when it comes to a game, I like graphical detail more than I like music counts a lot. But like if the animation and graphics are good, you've got my dollar. Why was that so hard for me to say? By the way, these jackheads in the box. Jackheads in the box. That actually sounds like a rock band. Somebody out there, make Jackheads in a Box and I'll mention you on this channel. They take a split second before they pop out, so you have some reaction time to jump if you need to. And, once you get the key, you get to go downhill. I really hate the remastered version for doing this. Because what they did with this game was that not only did they make the game a bit longer with the bigger level design, but they also made it so sections like that would make Mickey go slower. This is one of those moments where I wish the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 DIMPS physics still existed. Well, episode 1 at least. I don't really care about 2 because I didn't get the chance to ever play 2. I mean, like, I've still got my PlayStation 3 demo here, but originally as a half-birthday gift, back in 2012, I was supposed to get a, wait, hey, this looks familiar. Okay, enough of that. You get the point. That was a direct reference to Spring Yard Zone Act 1. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But yeah, again, I was supposed to get a $20 PlayStation Network card for my half birthday, and sadly I never got that. Again, this was back in like May of 2012. My birthday's in November, but yes, I celebrate my half birthday. I occasionally get gifts, but that was one I was kind of expecting, and I kind of felt bad that I didn't get it at the time that I did. So, at the moment, I cannot get Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2. I cannot get Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode Metal. I'm at a standstill with the series right now. And that's kind of why, like, in terms of physics, like, I can see where Castlevania Zone Act 1 and White Park Zone Act 1 have presented the major physics change. And, you know, I like that. It's just that for a game such as this, you're probably better off having descending physics from Sonic 4 Episode 1, just because they're more bearable. Mickey Mouse game where we talk about Sonic, and oh, this is actually where the illusion part of Castle of Illusion starts coming in. Yep, that's right. Upside down controls. See Sonic? Mickey did it first. Whatever you have done, Mickey has probably done it first. Mickey has been on a skateboard before you went on a hoverboard. Well, the only thing is I don't think Mickey has ever gone at 300 miles an hour. How many kilometers an hour would that be? Because I do remember, back in my chemistry class, Mr. Cameron had mentioned, like, how many would it be? Sorry, it takes me some time to remember this stuff. I think he said, like, 320 kilometers an hour is, like, just 180 to 210 miles an hour, which in theory, you would assume that would be fast, but no, it's not fast at all. And this comes from a guy who doesn't drive and who has watched too many drag racing movies. No, that's not true. I've played a bit of Midnight Club, and I've played a bit of Grand Theft Auto here and there. I actually do want to get to the Grand Theft Auto series sooner or later. If any of you want to donate 1 and 2, or if somebody could help me out with, like, playing PSX backups on a regular PlayStation 3 without having to do disc swapping crap or any of the opening up the console, then I'm all open for hearing you out. And the only thing is I can't use PSX Gen on the current computer I have. PSX Gen is how I record PSX titles. It's either that or use the PlayStation 3 via DVD recorder. Okay, now funny thing about this present who has very big arms. And I knew this for a long time. I've played this game since 2008. But if you go over here, all you have to do, just hang out in the corner, and he will keep bouncing, and he will not land a hit on you. All you have to do is duck, and have him jump. Duck, and jump, and cover, and jump, and butt bounce again. Just repeat this pattern, and you shall be done with this boss in no time. Yep, that's right, Mr. Fox. I have you down for the count. Well, almost. Just a few more hits and you're dead. And I kind of wish that they did more with the enemy design, because, I won't lie, they make Mickey look good, but they make all the enemies look horrible. Like, I don't want to fight a clown in a springy box. That's why we have Clown Man and Spring Man as separate bosses in Mega Man 7 and 8. That actually would have ticked me off if they had Spring Man and Clown Man be the same boss. You do not know how much that enrages me. In my mind right now, I am probably in a burst of anger that I can probably not explain. But it's not really all that bad, trust me. It's not that bad at all. Anywho, I shall see you for part 2 when we get to a much more darker part of the game, so to speak. You'll see why I call it darker. You will. The levels are darker. The stone walls are darker. It becomes Diet Coke.